I always have a question that comes to my mind, but probably they are not that interesting. If nobody has any, I can go with mine. Okay, which is the place that you have not visited yet, but would like to go? In my case...
And agenda topics for the call.
Agenda topics. In my case, where do I want to go? Probably South America. In general. I like to go to Argentina, to Uruguay, to Brazil. And agenda topics, I have some different things. Basically updates on the contract verification, IPFS pinning, and an update on the bonding curve hack session of yesterday. And other updates related to redemptions, to gardens. They are mostly updates. Do you want to go, Chui?
Yes. Thank you, Sam. It's places I haven't gone already, right?
That you want to go?
I'd really like to visit Berlin one day. I haven't had the chance to visit most of Europe, actually. So, yeah, I would really like to go. And for intentions for agenda, just gather some of the updates, especially the ones that you've been working on, Sam, this weekend. And yes, I'll pass it to Paulo.
Thanks, Chewy. Places that I'd like to visit will be the Gobi Desert on Asia. I really would like to see the colored mountains on the desert. And intentions for the agenda updates. I would like to report on the updates on the Tech Hatch frontend and see what you guys have been working on. I'll pass it to Fabi.
Hello, everyone. I would really like to go to Europe in general. I've never been in Europe, so yeah, there are many places that I would like to visit. I don't know, Spain, Italy, but yeah, I would love to do a road trip around Europe. My intentions for this call is to, as usual, to think with all of you of this past week. I'll pass it to Septi.
Thank you, Fabi. Yeah, remember in Spain you have the Giveth House and the Hive, so you're always welcome to join. Yeah, my favorite place, I really want to go to Finland, but it must be winter. Like, I really want to live this all day night winter with all snow. Yeah, I really want to do that. And yeah, I don't have any agenda topic. I'll pass it to Griff.
Yeah, I've never been to. I've been to Africa, but never like real Central Africa. I've been to South Africa and like the Mediterranean Africa. But like, I'd like to see Tanzania or like go check out grassroots economics in Kenya, you know, and see what's going on down there and just get a vibe, get an understanding of the vibe at the very least, or Ethiopia. And then as far as stuff to go over, I wrote it all down here, so I'll just keep passing it to. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Andy bailed just now to avoid having to answer this question, apparently. So Let's just dive into it. Do we have any votes to vote on?
This week we don't have votes. By the way, any you are excited to come to Spain at least. We are here with the arms very open. We don't have the voting app working because of the IPFS pin, so we could interact with the console, but we could not see the message of the vote. So I prefer just to delay it a little bit. It will be. I hope it will be ready for today. Fabi told me that he will be able to fix this specific app today. So I hope that it will be ready. And once it's ready, I can do the vote and you vote. But yeah, it will take a little bit more. It's also part of the of my update on the IPFS pins.
Yeah, let's. Do you have any more update on that since we're there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will share my screen. If you remember the contract verification party, we added a lot of contracts into Block Scout, and right now, after Gabi adding some more and I adding some more this week,
Can you see some screen? I can't see it. Oh.
What about now?
It's still dancing blue squares.
Oh my god, my internet.
It might have been because I was sharing my screen. Yeah, works.
Okay, so we had this document for the contract verification party, and we had a lot of red crosses across here, and we are only having 3, which is great. It's really, really great. The only one that is very important, or it's important, is that a proxy pinned, which is a little bit difficult because we need to know the constructor parameters, but the rest are all green except the old isOnes app, which we don't use anymore, and the Bright ID faucet, which only has 5 honeys at the moment, and I could not do anything with it. So we could say that it has been a success, the contract verification party. And now the second step is that after the IPFS node of Aragon went down, and it go back again, it lost many of the cached. I don't know how it is in English. Cached? Cached? Like,
Cache.
Is it the second? All the cached applications, and we lost a lot of them. So I could manage to get some of them. Also, I think that the new ones are already pinned by Pinata, so they are fine. I also pinned them in my account, but there are some that are not recoverable at the moment. We have at least Dandelion and many of the things that we are using. For example, redemptions. It's not recoverable. It is the one that we cannot use at the moment, and the rest are not important. But also the important ones, for example, is voting. There are others that we can use more or less, but they are not fully recoverable. But in the case of voting, it's completely unusable. And this is why we are going to deploy a new version of voting in the APM. So, and then pin the IPFS. Important. So we are in that state right now. This is part of the things that are in the process. And I don't know if in the agenda there was something else that I can go right now.
No, I don't think so. Unless, did you have any other things to mention? I would love a link to this. This is such a beautiful document. I would love that link. Maybe post it or where I could find it.
Yes, I can post it onto the cafe or maybe in TSC Params.
Okay, cool.
In TSC Commons.
Cool. Then let's move to update from on Celeste and Honey Pot. I imagine, Fabi, you're usually the best person to give this.
Wait a second. Now that I'm here, if I can just do an update on the bonding curve before we go to another thing. This Sunday, we were working on the bonding curve modeling, and we ended up by understanding how the reserve ratio works and the rest of the shape of the curve, which is this. And by the way, the reserve ratio, which is the relation between the collateral and the market capitalization of the it's a constant that is the collateral and the market capitalization of the token. If you set it up, it shows the shape of the curve. So if it is between 1/2 and 0, it is like a shape, and it has a lot of slope if it is close to 0. If it is 1/2, like in here, it's a line. If it's greater than 1/2, then it's something like that. And 1 is just a shape, a stable. So this is a very interesting parameter. The other parameter that you need to define which curve you want is a point. So you can set, okay, this is going to be the shape, but you also want to set up a point. So for example, you want that when you have a supply of 600, then you want a price of 10. So you can set it up like this. You put a supply of 600. And then a price of 10. So at this point, you have 600, you have a price of 10. So this is what we got from the last Sunday.
Was there anything about virtual supply, virtual balance?
We are still in the next one. We are going to understand which is the relation. Basically, virtual supply and virtual balance is manipulation of the price. They are constants that are added to the supply and the collateral that are basically manipulating the price in one sense or the other. So we have to understand why they are put there. And it also has a lot of the ones that we had, which were 0 and 1. They also have a lot of sense, because it's like, okay, let's not manipulate the price. Let's just set 1 in the case of the supply, because if you have a supply of 0, then it breaks. So it should break. This is why it starts at 100 here, because with a supply of 0, it breaks. This is why we were setting a virtual supply of 1 in order to manipulate the supply. So it was beginning at 1. It's like virtual balance and virtual supply is the point in which are starting, probably.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Shall we keep this show on the road? Okay, cool. Fabi, did you have any updates on Celeste and Honey Pot?
Yeah, actually, in the honeypot side, last week we had a hack session with all the guys for the dev team. We were working on the deployment for actually no, we were updating the honeypot version to work in the Ring network. There is still pending something with the subgraphs, but yeah, we have a nice advance on that side. Also, during the I was creating a new environment because we are stopped working. I created a new deployment account under my account to give Marco access to the site in order so he can start creating the new design. So I faced an issue that is related with the library that we use to connect the wallet. I sent this issue to Rodrigo and the guys, and we realized that the thread ID connector, that is the library that we are using, is going to be deprecated at some point, and there is need a migration to a new tool that is called IDX and runs over the Ceramic network. So we are going to implement this for Honeypot, but at some point we are going to be using this in common. So I'm currently working on that. I was in contact with the guys from Ceramic because there are some unknowns yet about his network. They are working in a test network now that needs to be. I mean, all the data that comes from 3box is gonna be merged to Ceramic network, but they are kind in a testing period. But they are recommending for all the users to start implementing the new connector using IDX. So yeah, I'm working on that. I think that it's not a big deal, but there is some unknowns with the existing data on 3box that will be migrated to Ceramic. So yeah, this is what I'm working on now. I mean, this is Gardens related, but it's going to be impacted in Commons at some point. So yeah, as soon as I can resolve the conflict with the library, I will be sending Marco the link to access to the Honeypot version. That's my update.
Great. How did you say that it's called the IDX, or how is it?
IDX.
The IDX, okay.
Yep. I can send you the link.
Okay.
Cool. And what about Celeste going live and upgrades? Like, just maybe Chewy might add something too, but like, is everything working well?
Yeah, it's everything working well. There was an issue with the email notifications that Chris could solve it. So yeah, but other than that, there are small things, but it's everything working nice. I don't know if Chris has anything else about that.
I think there was a proposal, right, for funding the rewards. But I mean, I've been checking it like for some days now, and it seems to be working properly. I don't know if there's any like status update on that on the lemon test, but oh yeah, it's been just beautiful to see it work. So yeah, yeah. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to have like some challenges. Like,
I think the second round is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that they are going to go to the all rounds? How much is going to cost?
Are you asking me or Fabi?
I am I'm asking in general. That will be wonderful if they got all the rounds and all the people got drafted.
Yeah.
The way. Also, on the same topic, we also have these gardens deployed in Rinkevi, and in order to check that everything works correctly, from one garden's perspective, not from One Hive and Celeste, but if we want to add a new thing in the gardens in Celeste, we are going to be doing some mock actions. I have this issue, and I hope that I can have it tomorrow or something, so we can check that Celeste is working well with another garden that it's not One Hive.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, I hope they escalate it. I hope they keep going until they can't go anymore. Just like for testing purposes. Gabby just entered. Hey, Gabby, and also, is it I Escanore or is it L Escanore? And he's gone. I'll never know. Oh yeah, he's back. Hey, Gabby.
Hi guys, how are you?
Great. And is it El Escanore or is it I Escanore?
Hey guys, Elscanor. It is an L.
Okay, Lescanor. Perfect. Welcome. We're just doing kind of the rounds. We have an agenda. I'll share it. It's posted in the other channel, and I want to give Gabby a chance if he had anything specific that you wanted to add to the agenda and talk about. Gabby? Oh, you're muted, Gabby.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but no, nothing come to mind. One thing that might be interesting is to have a discussion but it's more in the middle term, about, because we are planning with Sasha to start having a communication strategy around gardens, and also explain a bit more on the high-end view of One Hive design. And the other thing that we would like also to explain is how to use the One Hive design and also the tech commons template to manage a commons, and maybe link the different modules that we have, like conviction voting, Celeste, and the covenant, and all that into link to the how that is helpful to manage a commons. And I think that may be relevant to have a discussion with you as well if you want to participate on that.
I love Sasha so much. Anytime he wants to hang out and chat, too easy. So yeah, definitely keep me. And great. And do you have any updates on the voting IPFS pinning? Sem was saying that you were working on it.
Yeah, I have it in my to-do list now for today.
Cool. Thank you. You're a hero for taking that on. I'm sure there's lots of communities that are floundering right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's cool. Okay, then let's go straight into Chewy and One Hive weekly updates.
Thank you, Griff. So we have a new document. If you go down a little bit, there's a new HackMD document that Sam started, which is much better with markup. So for this week, we don't really have a lot of updates so far. For the Commons Swarm, we wanted to communicate the status on the redemption SAP fix, which still was in progress last week. Also, I think it's a good opportunity to share the document that Sam just sent us about the contract upgrades. And for the TC forum is also going to be follow up on the redemptions app fix, and I was just waiting for Paulo to comment on some of the front end updates so that I could include those. And yeah, regarding updates, that's it. So I don't know if anyone wants to add something.
Any other updates that we want to discuss? Anybody?
Yeah, the ones regarding the Hatch frontend.
Mhm.
So last week I started working on integrating the redeem feature into the Hatch, so users can do it from the site instead of going to the DAO and going to the redemptions app. And also did this for the purpose of trying to discover the problem related to the redeems that anyone couldn't redeem any tokens. So apparently it's a problem related to the ACL, because there is no permission to redeem. I'm still looking at it, and Semi is also helping on this. And I also start working on the circle graph, the final version that me and Sam designed, and we show you this on the Telegram group. I hope I can have it for this week and integrate it to the front end. But yeah, the priority now will be to try and solve the issue with the redemption app.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you want to work with me this night on that?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
I think that we will be able to, if we cannot fix it for some reason, at least, okay, that's the problem.
Yeah. And one final update. I managed to solve the timeout issue that we had with the front end, that sometimes like the connection died, and it throws like an error saying that the timeout, like a timeout error. So thanks to Sam, we also managed to solve that problem too.
Yeah, basically, we refactored some of the code of the connector, so it is not doing calls to the node.
To the contract, the Hatch contract. So yeah, that will be all from my side.
Thank you, Paulo. And also, I just had a meeting with Nate, Ivy, and Durgaras, and we were going over some of the SEO stuff. And well, first of all, like we thought about the current keyword list. So I think it's something that is somehow like outdated. So based on what the Commons Swarm is working on, if you have any like input regarding keywords, or you have any interesting Medium articles that you would like us to go through so that we can get some of these keywords out, anything is welcome. We're still figuring out SEO pretty much, but we want to take it to a level where we can do some of the previous work of an SEO specialist. So if you think there's any content that it's worth going through, yeah, feel free to just throw it to us, and we'll take a look. Yeah, and also, well, just before finishing, I wanted to add, I don't think we're having any I don't think we're getting any praise from from this like weekly update. So I just wanted to jump in on that initiative to start like giving praise to attendees for this meeting, even though it happens in the OneHive server. Just to follow up on that. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
Can you go a little deeper on the SEO call to action? I didn't understand. Like, you want us to pass you Medium articles that we think are interesting, keywords?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, Griff. It's well, first we need to like develop a list of keywords that we would like to optimize in Google search. Um, so we thought about like how broad this list should be. So we were thinking about like token engineering and stuff like that. But regarding Common Swarm, like for example, if something is gonna come up from the side of Celeste, I think that it could be like a good proposal from Common Swarm. So just any area that also you think that should be like included in articles that we could push through SEO. That's more of what I mean. So we can take in this content in account for filtering all of these keywords. Like, is it clearer?
I think so. Is there a call to action on our side though? Do you want us to like do something? Should we like how do we
Okay.
help you?
Just if any articles that you have that are that have more something to do with the Common Swarm, not really the TEC. Just we're trying to gather content in general. So if you have any articles that are worth it, other than the ones that are already uploaded in the TEC medium, just throw it our way and we can take a read so we can take like hashtags and all of this stuff out.
Okay, so we could just do that in our Common Swarm Telegram group, maybe. Is that the best?
Conviction.
What?
I will do a list with all the articles regarding conviction voting and these kind of things.
Okay.
Maybe the
Thank you,
bonding
Sam.
code one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So we'll just, if anyone has any content that they really like about the Common Swarm, that's relevant, that we would want to show up high on Google when people Google things, just put it in there, put it in the Telegram chat. Okay, cool. So then let's keep pushing. It's go over the board time. Nice. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. So I guess freezing the hatch contracts is, I guess we have to figure out the redemptions issue. And is there any updates from Adria?
Yes, I don't know if we already talk about that. The update regarding I already say that he didn't see anything weird, and he's I think that the contracts are fine. He's even going to put the hatch contract in the master course in the University of Barcelona. So the only thing that is missing is the template, which I will use this time to change this permission. It is the same thing that always, but I still didn't do it. Change this permission, and then we so it's like, okay, we take
which permission? Is this the vote creation permission?
exactly. It is something that I still have to do. And once we have it, he can review this template and everything will be fine. Hmm.
Okay. Is there anything but Audrey is waiting on that, is the last thing? Okay, cool. Well, let's jump into some Apollo stuff. Adding target goal to the contract and to the params.js?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I first want to finish the new circle graph design, and once I have that, I can start working on it on the target goal.
Cool. Well, then what's the story on the circle graph?
The same thing. I think those two issues are related. So I already fixed that problem, but I have to redesign the circle graph. So once I have that, I can resolve this issue.
And do you want to talk about the circle graph redesign? I mean, you guys let me in, and it was really fun. So.
Oh yeah. Sam post a screenshot on the Telegram chat. Basically, let me see if I can. 1 second.
Because we wanted to have the different milestones. Oh yeah, we reached the min goal. Oh yeah, we reached the target goal. Oh yeah, we've got the max goal. We probably need to separate it visually, that we have reached these three things. So instead of having one circle that resets, we'll have in some way 3 circles, but not open at the same time. There will be 1 circle and 2 points all the time. So, for example, I mean, this is my letter.
Beautiful.
If you see the top image, it is like, okay, we are 25% of the min goal, and after that we have the optimum goal and the max goal. And once we have completed the min goal, then we are starting to complete the optimum goal, or the target goal in that case.
And the optimal goal won't start at 0, right? It'll start because the min goal already has some. So it'll start from like 50% or something. Because it'll be like from having 0 money to the optimal goal as a percentage. I assume.
Well, that would break the circles metaphor, because we are in the second step of because we are on the second step, we are beginning the second step. So,
well, it's not really a step though, it's really a line, right? Like it's like a thermometer.
Yeah, every time that a goal is reached, the circle shrinks, and the next circle increase in size. So for example, if the main goal is completed, the circle shrinks, and the circle is like a color, and the next circle opens. And the idea is that like, because it's the second step or phase, it starts in 0, but that's what we think about doing. And all the circles start like in the gray color, and every time that circle is completed, a color is added when it shrinks. So yeah, it's like a thermometer.
For me, for the users coming in, I would think that they'd be like, hey, how close are we to this goal? You know, and it'll make a lot more sense if we've already raised $1 million, that we're going from, you know, we already have $1 million of the $1.3 million that we need. So the min goal was $1 million, but the the target goal was 1.5, so we're already at 66% to the target goal.
That will break the design that we have in mind right now. For me, it's very important that the number inside the circle make reference to the circle, because if not, it's wrong in the eyes of the people. This is why
So the circle could start with it already filled, right? It doesn't have to start at 0. Circle could be filled up to 66%.
Maybe we can add like a vertical line to the left. So like also like a thermometer, and every time a circle is complete, that line is filled with the percentage of the total raise. So the users have like an idea of the general fundraising. So the circles tells you like the phase that you are right now, like the mean goal phase or the target goal phase, and you have like this general line that tells you how much funds the hatch raised to that moment. So you have like those two indicators. I don't know if
I think that we can as Paulo says, we can signal how much funds we have got, not with the percentage but with the targets. So if we have in this line 1 million and in the other line 2 million, then people can see okay, they are in the middle of the from 1 million to 2 million. And also, I was guessing if we draw this line in a specific color, it is like, okay, we are also signaling that we made some path.
I think at this stage, if we're going to let this be a blocker, we need to talk to a designer, because you and I have very different opinions on how the user experience should be and what they need. And so I think we should just reach out to Marco for final input on this and then move on, because we're never going to agree, I think.
Okay.
So let's just pass forward on this and move on to next topic. However, so yeah, do you guys mind if I assign this to Marco and we reach out to him?
Yeah, I asked help from Fiore, but I think that she didn't see it. Fiore may also want to help. But yeah, if Marco can, let's go with Marco.
Okay, cool. And maybe you and I and Marco, we can just have like a quick 15-minute call. Is it possible, Paulo, to pass on this topic until it gets a little bit more design work from Marco?
Yeah, sure. I can keep this issue on standby.
Perfect. Okay, cool. And what about the transaction failed pop-up misfire?
Yeah, I still haven't tried this issue, the problem with this issue. The one that we solved is about when you need to fetch the hatch state, but this one is related to when you contribute to the hatch. So I still have to take a look at this. Once the first thing will be to solve the redemptions problem, and then I can start working on.
It sounds like something that may or may not come up again, right? So the universe might find for us.
I still need to test the contribution. The contribution action with the new front end that I post to GitHub. but maybe the issue is solved, maybe not. I still have to check it out.
Okay, cool. What about, user testing of the rage quit is still blocked? There. Tell Adria when we have the hatch template.
Mhm.
And I don't think there's anything there. Problem with Argon Connect core library.
Yeah, this issue is Gabi is still working on this. So I'm waiting for him to update the Connect library with the fix.
Ah. Cool. Well, let's just check new issues, see if there's anything coming up. Oh yeah, ACL has no permission for redeeming rage quitting. This seems like a pretty big issue, right? And Sem and Paul, you guys are working on this tonight?
Yeah.
Yes. It's very weird because it have an it can also fail in other places with the same error message. So we have to check it out with Tenderly.
There he is. He showed up. That's good. Cool. You see it here, but Sem, you're also going to work on this. I think it's an issue in a different thing, but working on getting the spec out for the current test DAO.
Yes. Basically, these are the three things that I will be working this week. One is to fix the redemptions. The other is to add the voting permission and fix the spec. You said that you want to do a new spec, right?
Yes, instead of changing the spec, because that other DAO still exists. You know, it's still there. Okay, cool. Making a new vote for the Commons upgrade. I guess this is done, right? Did the vote actually succeed?
Well, actually, we don't want it to succeed because we want to test the redemptions. We cannot execute it. If we execute it, we won't be able to test it.
If there's a redemption, well, we could just throw money in the redemption pool, right?
You know what? Probably this is probably this problem, guys. Paulo was trying to. Oh my god. That's the point. Paulo was trying to redeem after voting, right? Paulo?
Yes.
So you cannot because you cannot rage quit.
Because you voted yes.
It was working all the time.
Well, maybe, right? We still have to prove that.
Yeah.
Did anyone not vote yes? Did anyone not vote? And well, I guess lots of people didn't vote, right? Lots of people have
I
tokens.
didn't vote.
So
Okay,
you
that's right.
Zeptimus, the whale, you didn't vote?
I was waiting until the last moment. Yeah, we can check it out, Sam, right after this call.
Perfect. Okay, so that's great. So Zep will test the rage.
Yeah, basically that's that can be the problem.
Let's see, Zeptimus, are you here? Yeah, great.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting this on you, Zep. Very critical too.
Yeah, I'll probably do it with Sam.
Cool. That's great news. So then, and then there'll be this weird thing with the will the commons upgrade still work even if he rage quits after it's passed?
No, if it passes, we will not have any funds in the DAO, so it will be a death DAO. You cannot redeem from you cannot redeem funds from.
No, but if Septimus rage quits, the vote should still work, right?
Of course.
So figure out why we can't redeem in our demo. That sounds like same issue almost. Create the commons template.
Yes, this is something that it must be done from the gardens template. They are still working on that, so I will not put it in progress.
Okay. And it's not a blocker for anything? Verification party, I guess that happened. Can we close it? Cool. And confirm that Dandelion voting instance for the demo has a front end?
Yes, it have.
Great.
It has. It's pinned.
And it's pinned. Wow. Unit tests. We need to write unit tests for the connector. Paulo, this is not assigned to you, but you made it.
I think Fabi wanted to work on this. Aren't you, Fabi?
I'm here. Sorry, I was breaking out. Can you repeat, Paulo?
Yeah. That you told me that you wanted to work on the making the unit test for the hatch connector. So maybe we can assign the issue to you.
What do you think, Fabi? Sorry, you're muted.
Can you hear me, guys? Sorry, I was having internet issues. What's that, Paulo? I couldn't get you.
Yeah, that you told me that you wanted to work on the unit test for the hatch connector.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Do you think that you have some time this week? I can work on that this week. Cool. Let's do it.
I'll DM you then.
Let's see. There's a target goal. Add that to the 100%, and then the max goal. Okay, so I think
I think this one and the percentage issue that you assigned to Marco are the same.
Yeah, I'll just close this one. Okay. Create an easy way to get users to submit issues and suggestions. Oh yeah, it would be really nice if people could make a GitHub issue, especially for testing the when we're doing these demos. They run into an issue, they just say, "Oh, I'm stupid," and then they quit, and we don't get any feedback. Is it possible to add some kind of button or something that will let them create a GitHub issue or some kind of feedback?
We already had the Block Scout, right? Rain already worked on the. Yeah. It was not Block Scout. It was Help Scout.
Yeah, I think that's the service that Aragon uses. So this one is related to the pull request that Rain did. I can do this also. I think you assigned me one issue related to this last meeting. So I can do this tonight too. Basically, merge the Rain pull request and create a new credential for TC. So we can use the service.
Great. That's amazing. To there. Actually, it's let me just. Okay, so Commons Design Dashboard ABC. I guess you're kind of working on this, right, Sam?
Yes, this is the what we are doing in the params.
Cool. I'll just leave this in backlog.
It's preliminary.
Yeah. Added TC library in order to start testing new UI. This is a pull request, actually.
That pull request is not need to be merged because I want to keep this in a different branch.
Okay.
Okay, let's close it.
Should I close it? Okay.
It can be closed, right?
Yeah, I can be close. Yeah.
I love closing issues. I'm all
I know.
I'm all over it. You don't have to tell me twice. Improve the design. I guess Marco's working on this.
Yeah.
Cool. So over there. Add custom Ethereum chains to a wallet. What? That's cool.
Yeah, I will not. I'm working on it. We had some.
Yeah. This guy contacted me last week. He wanted to start looking at it. I give him some introduction, and he told me that he was working on that, but I didn't get any news from him.
Huh? Well, it's not really coming up here.
It is not a critical issue, so it will be just very cool to have for the hats.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. Well, it's a very nice UX thing. Listen to Hatch app instances dynamically. Oh, crap. It's top of the hour. I lost track of. Is there any issues that we didn't get to that we want to discuss?
I think that mostly this week we are going to be working on gardens because we need this for the commons upgrade, and also
I would that always scares me because we still haven't finished the hatch yet.
Yeah,
so
this is the other thing that I wanted to say. Just the three things that I said that we were going to take. The redemptions thing today, the create vote permission, and the update in the post. These are the. I will not take more than this because it is. If not, it won't be done.
Yeah, for sure. If there's anything I can beg, please remember the hatch comes first, and we can all the bonding curve stuff, all these other things. The hatch period might be months. It's up to the community to decide these things. So we don't know how much we may have a lot of time to work on bonding, but we only have a few weeks to work on the hatch because we're hoping to launch the hatch in about a month or less. So let's get ready. Cool, guys. Well, thank you. Always fun to check in. Amazing work again. Like always fun closing issues and checking in on the progress. We're really close, and it's really exciting. So yeah, and the other thing is, if you guys want to play with the Hatch dashboard, it's going to change a lot. But by the end of the week, it should be really fun, and we can try playing with it and see how we want to design our DAOs. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.